is not done. It's in the process, and y'all just gonna have to get into it. Or not. You can click off if you want. But I want to talk about living in life. It's so foggy. I want to talk about living in life. A lot of us are not living. Let's be real. A lot of us are forfeiting our lives or handing our lives over to other people, right? Where we feel like the most exciting time of our day is going to be like the gossip at the water cooler, or we come home and we bring these jobs with us and we talk to them with our family and stuff like that. And it's like, but you're not living. Like, you're not living. I think it grieves me. It makes me so sad because I feel I'm looking at my age going up, right? And I'm like, wow, we really live in life, right? Like, this is really life. And there are some things in my life that I don't like, but I'm willing to change it. I'm willing to live my life. And there are so many people who don't live their life because of fear of the unknown. If I give up this thing, what is going to happen, right? And the truth is, you don't know. You don't know until you do it. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of it. But whatever happens can't be worse than feeling stuck and feeling like you're not on mission and feeling like you're out of alignment, right? I feel like God gives us the dreams that we have, and we're not going to feel good until those dreams are realized. We're not going to feel content until we're in alignment. We allow the world to knock us out of alignment so often. We don't even know what's real anymore. We don't know what we want. We don't know what we like. We don't know our preferences. We don't know the work that we want to do. We don't know anything. We know what's told. And I feel like a lot of people hold on to these jobs or these positions or whatever, the same old, even though they complain about it every single day because it's familiar. It's the discomfort, right? It's the thing that is going to bother you. You don't have to guess. Where if you do something different, right, it's like, oh, I don't know this discomfort. So we choose the discomfort, the pain, the struggle that we encounter every single day, that we know intimately. And instead of doing the work to come out of that thing or to choose something different or better or new, you know what I mean? Like, we're just like, oh no, I'll just stay here. Like, yeah, it sucks. It's like that phrase, I think. It was like a dog sitting on a nail and its owner, like, somebody was walking past the dog and said to the owner, hey, like, your dog's, why don't you take your dog off the nail or whatever. I'm butchering this, by the way. Why don't you take the dog off the nail? And the owner was like, oh, it's not in enough pain. I think that's us. I think that we are so comfortable with pain. We normalize pain and being out of alignment so much that we don't even know what a true centering feels like. We don't even know what a true centering means for us. Like, we're so comfortable with accepting trash and chaos and drama and pain and abuse and neglect and all these different things, all these hardships, because we've grown to become friends with it, to become friends with our pain and our struggles. And it's comfortable to keep talking about the same thing every single day. It's comfortable to keep complaining about the same person every day. What's not comfortable is making changes. And at some point, hopefully, I think we all reach a point in our lives where we're just tired of it. We're tired of living the same way. And the thing is, we feel the calling, we feel the pull, we feel the draw to tuck away and do something else, do something different. We know this isn't it. We know it's not it. It's not it, right? But we're so afraid of living. We are afraid of living because once we admit that we actually have the control and the power to change our lives, the responsibility lies with us. We don't get to complain about our boss no more. We don't get to complain about the job we hate. We don't get to complain about the neighborhood we live in. We don't get to complain about the school we go to. Once we realize that we have the power to make the changes so that our lives don't have to be horrible, right? It takes a responsibility off of other people and puts it on us. And nobody wants responsibility. Nobody wants to be responsible for their lives. I feel like that's why people are so comfortable going into work at a job they hate, because at least they know they're going to be told every single day what to do. Even if they hate it, they're going to be told every single day what to do. They're going to be micromanaged and whatever. Like, but because your day is, what's the word? Because your day is, there's a word for it. Oh my gosh, on the tip of my tongue. But it basically means that you can anticipate everything that happens. It's predictable. Your day is predictable, so you don't want to give up that predictability. But what is it costing you? Like, is the predictability worth it? If you're always miserable, why can't we get somewhere else where we predict and expect good things, great things, a beautiful life? Like, why aren't you deserving of it? Why don't you deserve it? Again, it's scary to admit that, yo, my life sucks. And honestly, a big part of it is because of me, because I allow it to suck. And I'm not saying that every problem is going to be solved in one day. I'm not saying that all your worries go away. But what I am saying is that there's some suffering that we just kind of opt into, that we don't ever like allow ourselves a chance to get rid of. We think that suffering is necessary for life. We've been taught that, and some of that is not our fault. We bought into it because that's the message. Everybody has to suffer. Everybody has to work a job they don't like. Everybody has to live somewhere they hate. Everybody has to sacrifice in order to experience joy. We all believe it, but is it true? Is it true? I don't know about that. Or is it just easier to default? Or is it just a programming so that we just hand over our lives to other people? So that we can be manipulated and controlled, and you know what I'm saying? Like, who does it benefit for me not to live my life? Not to be honest with myself about what I want, what I hate, what I desire? Like, who benefits from that? It's not me. I don't benefit from that. You know, so the question is who? Who does? I'm just so tired and fed up of people just living the same sad existence every single day. Every single day. You know what I mean? Because they deserve so much more than that. Than just a sad existence. Like, really, people are settling for not living their lives. They're really settling into the fact that this is it. This is all I can have. And it's like, yo, there's so much more out there for you. If you would just give yourself the opportunity and the chance to do the thing. Like, yeah, it's scary to do something new, but I feel like it's even more scary to not do something new. It's even more scary. It's even scarier to, that's good English. It's even scarier for me. It's more scary for me to, the thought of me not living my life on my terms, like, and not exploring all the things I want to explore, not being free, not being creative, not having fun, is scarier to me than the fear of the unknown and what might happen and what might not work out, right? Because I go into situations and experiences with the idea that it will work out. Even if it doesn't work out the way that I want it to work out, it's going to work out how it needs to work out. And how it needs to work out might get me to the next step or the next goal, the next thing I need to do. Yeah, it just makes me sad. I drop my husband off every morning, and you know, I'm seeing him going to work, and so many people are like rushing, and like you just see the stress on their face and like the struggle, and I'm just like, dang, this is people's reality every single day. Like, every day people are rushing to work and, you know, feeling pressured and stressed out, and we normalize this stuff like it's not normal. It's not healthy. It's the way to an early grave. We give so much of our life to people who don't appreciate it. You know, haven't had an interview with Asia from Black Outside, and either I have shared it or I'm going to share it, but she said something profound in that video, and basically she said, you know, we give our job the best of us and give our families and the people who actually matter the rest of us, and usually what's left over is not good. It's tired, it's burned out, it's distracted, it's all frustrated and tight and wound, and you know what I'm saying, like all these different things, and we're thinking about the tomorrow, or thinking about the work that we have to do tomorrow, so you're not even really present there. You know what I mean? Like, and even for the people we love, even for yourself, you get the leftovers of yourself. When you're giving yourself to a job that hates you, that seeks to destroy you, that wears you out for fun, for sport, and deems that as normal, you don't even have enough for yourself. You're giving everything to all these people. And that's why quitting, I understand. I get it, right? Because if I had a job right now, sweetie, I'm not giving 110%. And that's the person I used to be. I'm working overtime. I'm doing above and beyond. And that didn't give me nothing but more responsibility, right? At the end of the day, the manager said, you know what? You're a good worker. Let me give you more work. There was no reward. I was rewarded with more work. There was no reward for my hard work. None. It was just, oh, you're capable of doing more? Great. So I'm going to give you more now. And there's more responsibility. There's less grace. There's less room for you to take off. Like, no, I need you. Like, jobs were depending on me to show up. Because if nobody else could get it done, I could get it done. And at the time I think, oh, that's a badge of honor. It's not. It's not. I'm opting in for more work. And then at the end of the day, I would have nothing for myself. Like, yeah, I made time to hang with my friends and like do fun stuff, but really, like, I was tired. I was spent. And we're not even talking working jobs with good benefits or good pay or nothing. We're talking about like, the bare minimum. Okay? The bare minimum of what they could have gave me for all the work that I did. And I want to live. I want to live. You know what I mean? I have so many dreams and so many things I want to achieve and reach and touch and become, right? So many people, so many lifelines I want to live. And I feel like we're just squandering our lives in hopes that if I pay into the system, then I'll be able to chase my dreams. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. And if they don't give you permission now, they're definitely not going to give you permission later. Because the thing is, they're going to be like, oh, now you're too old. Ageism is a thing, obviously, right? And so they're going to they used poverty, they used racism, they used sexism, right? They used all these different things, misogynoir, to keep you bound and to keep you working. And then when you get older, they're gonna be like, oh, you too old. You too old to be asking for anything. You're too old, like, to ask to be in love. You're too old to, like, have children. You're too, like, just, it's shame all around. It's shame and prison all around. And all around me, I see people who are imprisoned, and not even just in their jobs, but in their minds, right? Like, for me, I'm so glad that I'm out the rat race, because nothing is urgent for me. Like, everything we think is urgent is not. It's not. It's not. Everything is not important. Everything is not life or death. It's not. Me wearing a bonnet outside and dropping my people off for work is not a big deal. But people will make it a big deal because they lack life. They lack life. They have nothing else to talk about. But women and how they show up in the world. When people talk heavy about that, I'm like, what is lacking in you that you need to talk about this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just amazing to me, like, how fixated we are on small things that don't matter. How obsessed we are on controlling other people because we have no control over our own lives. We're not free. Every day I see that we're not free. And all I want is for people to get free. That's all I want. Is for people to get free. To free themselves of this need to prove to people that they're worthy. To prove to themselves that they're worthy of their own dreams. Like, to free themselves to follow the things that God placed in their heart. The world is waiting for you to show up, but you're worried about stuff that don't even matter. It's wild. And I'm not saying that everybody should quit their job, because some people, show up in places, in their work. But if your work is taking everything from you and giving nothing back and not allowing you to actually be impactful to people, I would say question that job. Question the validity of you, not even the validity, but the need for you to be there. Is there somewhere else where you can be sharing your gifts, operating in your gifts, right? Like, and being brave enough to try that thing. I don't know. I have more thoughts, and I'll finish up my hair and share them later.